Welcome back to the video, and Merry Christmas to everybody here on the Chuuni Clan channel. So within holiday tradition, I would like to give basically a wish list of stuff that I would like to see Shadowverse Evolve with side games and Bushiroad improve upon heading into 2024, as it is almost the end of the year. So I have 5 different points this time around, and these are basically going to be my own thorough opinions on what I think would be great suggestions for Bushiroad and side games to add. And it's not a reflection on the thoroughly whole community of myself, but just stuff that I would like to personally see from my own end. The first thing I would like to go talk about is actually something that I've been rallying a lot, especially within the survey from the past of Bushiroad, is of course I want them to hopefully add in the major system. Now, if you all know with how the major system works and then the Japanese side, they basically go have similar to like open regionals with like Weiss and Vanguard in Bushiroad Championship Series. They basically put it into one third place in Japan, play a super big amount of participation and grind a lot of rounds. So their season recently just ended with the most recent one being the second Osaka major being trios, and the rest of them were all singles competitions. So the reason why I am heavily rallying up on this is because I really think that with the amount of spread within not just in certain areas, but honestly, if you compare it to a scale, this is just mostly one country utilization within Japan versus the rest of the world, and I do see that if you split it correctly within regions, you could potentially host a major like in Los Angeles or New York or London or Singapore or a lot of different other places that are very have great card game density. And I personally think that a lot of the majors for specific regions could work as a possible system. This is something that I would hopefully like to rally upon, and it's something that's similar to right now with the World Invitational, but I think a lot of people's main turnoffs with the Invitational is basically having to qualify through the shop, and if not, that's pretty much the end of the season until the next round of tournaments come in, which is turned off a good amount of people within the game. But I personally think that we're going to potentially see some overhaul and maybe some changes if they're going to bring back the World Invitational. But I personally still want the use of Grand Prix system, mainly because I think that you'll have a lot of great participation added. There's still a lot of big hype within the game, and would also lead up to something like what's coming up in Japan with the Shadowverse Evolve Japan Championships happening in March. Something that could also have that main similar system like Worlds right now for the World Invitational, and what also Weiss and Vanguard have been doing. So it's something to really help build up to a potential final championship event that would encompass all of the world. The next thing I would like to see for within the wish list is honestly more game modes within Shadowverse Evolve. I think my perspective really opened my eyes when I looked at the multiplayer battle side event that happened at Bushiroad Championship Series Anaheim, which I recently went to. This was actually a really fun event. I really like the thorough style, and people have compared this to EDH and Magic, which I have never participated in myself, but I can see overall why a lot of people like the appeal on this and also like the multiplayer use aspect. I really like a lot of the rules. These are still work in progress rules, but it's a really fun mode that it's something that I wanted Shadowverse Evolve to really explore on, and it's similar to like what the digital game has been doing, is utilize a lot of the different modes, stuff like puzzles and things like that. They've actually been doing some puzzles on their Twitter recently for a giveaway. So I would like to see a lot more different utilizations. I know we had also this and also Open 8, which was similarities also to another Magic mode. So it's a lot of different other ideas that have been quite interesting of Shadowverse Evolve, both the English and Japan side exploring. I really hope they try a lot of different mode uses. I would love to see, of course, trios is coming. That's already just been announced, but I'd like to also see like tag teams, for example, or even try a lot of the main regular formats and adjust it. I've always like rallied with best of 3 for a potential avenue, and you can try it also with a lot of different modes like 1v1v1, kind of like what you see over here. And honestly, I'm curious to see like stuff like Crosscraft, even if this is already has like a Crosscraft idea. I would like to honestly see something that's in a similar vein to Crosscraft, but not like an official mode, but potentially some like casual events that would be very enjoyable for a lot of people. The third thing I would like to have on the wish list coming up from Shadowverse Evolve in 2024 is honestly opportunities for content creators. So, if you take a look actually here in the Shadowverse Evolve side on YouTube, you have a lot of people within the most recent few weeks that have been popping out a lot of different content, myself included. So this is something that's really great about Shadowverse Evolve, is that it's not just also the English side, but the Japan side have really been pumping out a great amount of content, and I really think that if Side Games and Booster Road had more of the reach with coming out to content creators and giving them great opportunities, kind of like what Weiss and Vanguard content creators were doing with opening boxes early, or also showing off some potentially exclusive cards. I would love to see more exclusives. That's something that I didn't put on the list, but I would honestly love to see a lot more content creators really help pop out and really support on the game. I think what's really great about the content creation side is a lot of people really want to promote the game, and it's really showcasing on how much people are really excited to see for this game. So that's one thing I would love to do, is see a lot more content creator reach, and with also Worlds coming up too, with Red Zone Rogue and Ignitius also joining in as commentators for Worlds, this would be a great opportunity to really showcase a lot of people's growth within the channels and even the current community that we have at the moment. The fourth thing I would like to talk about within the wish list is more online tournaments and overall tournament depth. So if you take a look, actually, this is my challenge account. These are actually the tournaments, as you see over here, that I've competed in within online. I've competed within Burn Ones for a couple of weeks. I've also competed in Sparta's tournaments on Sundays, as you see within my streams. I love a lot of these online Thorough community tournaments, and I would like to see this go more of a step further. I would like to see a more of an organization similar to Bushiroad Rumble Online, where we have great opportunities for Shadowverse Evolve players who especially don't have a local scene to get more of that similar regional feel within online. So I would like to see like a BRO version within 2024, and really hope that that would be great too. That would, since it would show the thorough strength of all the three different regions of NA, Latin America, Europe, and Asia Oceania, to see how strong a lot of the player depth is, not just from there too, but other people that are playing probably in all three regions from one specific country, to definitely play into a similar feel of a big density event, which is kind of similar to how I want the major system, but this is more so the great utilization for online, and also the promotion of remote fight, because I really enjoy utilizing remote fight on Shadowverse Evolve, and I think a lot more people should have the opportunity to do it. And the last thing I would like to talk about within the final points today is overall just more growth within the game. I really want to see this game thoroughly succeed, not just because it is my favorite game and I'm thoroughly biased on that, but overall I think the game is thoroughly simplistic, and it's also great reach for a lot of people. I just think the marketing side definitely needs to be thoroughly promoted upon, similar to what I talked about within opportunities for content creators. But honestly, a lot of people are just thoroughly passionate about the game. They really enjoy it, especially those coming in from the digital side. And a lot of people really want to see more opportunities, more organization, and really overall great structure heading into 2024. And that's basically all I thoroughly want as the main focus point for Shadowverse Evolve. I know Side Games is working on Worlds Beyond and within the new Spear on the digital side, but I also want Shadowverse Evolve to thoroughly succeed as well. I think that Shadowverse is just a really great property overall, and I think that with more great opportunities given on the table, then I think a lot of people would be thoroughly following suit, and also getting more people coming from a lot of different games. I think when also doing a survey in the past, a lot of people came in from the big three, so this was a great breath of fresh air for a lot of different people. We just don't want to have like thorough stagnation and people potentially waning out, kind of like what we were seeing at around the middle of set 2 or probably the end of set 1. People giving thoroughly opportunities but thinking that's not overall their game, and that's completely fine. But I think the main thing that we want to do is get more people within this game specifically, so that we can really help grow overall for the coming sets that have really exciting stuff. other than that, that's been pretty much it on this. Hopefully you all are having a great happy holidays. Thank you all for watching in this video of stuff that I would like to see in 2024. I will do, as I said before, a recap of what happened this year in Shadowverse Evolve, both the English and Japan side, for a future video. But I'm excited to see what happens within the next year. Thank you all for joining it today. Have a happy holidays. Continue to embrace the darkness, and we will see you all in the next video.